We're officially in the middle of college football firing season. Jimbo Fisher's out at Texas A&M, and that begs the question: would Dabo Swinney actually take the Texas A&M head coaching job? Stick around to hear my thoughts on Fourth and Goal with C-Walt. Welcome back to another episode of Fourth and Goal. I am C-Walt. So, what would it take for Texas A&M to pull Dabo Swinney from Clemson? Well, that's going to be something Texas A&M is going to have to make a decision on, and it's probably going to cost them a pretty penny. Texas A&M's in a bad position. They're on the hook for a lot of money. Jimbo Fisher, they owe him $76 million guaranteed. $20 million of it's going to be paid out within 60 days of his firing. That leaves $7.5 million a year until the early 2030s that they're going to be paying him. So whatever they decide to do at the coaching position, they just have to keep that in mind and either live with it or bring in a coach who's not going to demand as much money. So could Dabo actually go to Texas A&M? I believe there is a way. I do think it's possible, but I do think it's highly unlikely. So Dabo is the second highest paid coach in college football right now. What does that mean for Texas A&M? Texas A&M is going to have to make Dabo Swinney the highest paid coach in college football history. So the first thing on my list that Texas A&M is going to have to do is they're going to have to come with an outrageous number, somewhere in the range of $16 to $19 million a year. Now, it sounds like a crazy number, but Dabo Swinney holds the cards. If they want him bad enough, they'll make that deal happen. So that's going to be a massive number. The second thing is Dabo's contract is going to have to be fully guaranteed. He's got the resume to demand a fully guaranteed deal. If Jimbo Fisher had a fully guaranteed deal with not even a fraction of this resume, there's no way Dabo couldn't get 10 years, 210 million or something like that. And that's an outrageous number, but this is what it's going to take. I don't see Dabo leaving Clemson for anything less. And the third thing Texas A&M is going to have to do is give Dabo full control of that football program. And the athletic department's going to have to buy into Dabo's way of handling business. Why would Dabo leave Clemson when he's got full control and he's got his own system and he's built his program in a certain way that's in complete contrast of how Texas A&M has run their football program for the last 10 years or so? Texas A&M has been in the portal. They've paid a lot of money for recruiting classes. Clemson doesn't necessarily put as much money out in the recruiting world, and they have used the transfer portal twice. So A&M's got a decision to make. Do they want to allow somebody to come in and completely change how business is done there, or do they want to go a different route? But if they want Dabo Swinney, that's the three things they're going to have to do. He's going to need a salary range between 16 and 19 to 20 million a year, fully guaranteed contract, and full control of the program. Without those three things, I don't see why Dabo would leave Clemson at all. Now, the most likely route that I believe Texas A&M will take will be somebody like Mike Elko. Mike Elko has coached at Texas A&M as the DC for Jimbo Fisher 2 years ago. He left, took the head coaching job at Duke, and he's done an amazing job with Duke, considering the resources he has for his football program. Mike Elko knows how to use the transfer portal to acquire pretty decent talent, good guys, and it's really shown this year. Guys like Al Blades Jr., they really stepped up and played well for Duke. So I believe that Mike Elko is the best option. Like I said, though, if they decide they want to pay that kind of money on top of what they owe Jimbo Fisher, it's a very possible thought that Dabo Swinney could leave Clemson for Texas A&M, but he's going to have to get what he wants and get the support and backing of the athletic department. Without that, there's no shot he's leaving. Plus, I really don't believe Dabo's even given this any thought based off of some of the comments he said in his most recent interview. You know, he was being interviewed and he was basically asked about the Texas being linked to the Texas A&M job, and he pretty much said he's focused on this team. And the line that really kind of solidifies it for me is he says, "Well, it must be November," because every November Dabo goes through this. Is he leaving Clemson to go somewhere else? So if you like this video, don't forget to like and subscribe and drop some comments down in the comment section below. What do you think Dabo Swinney's going to do? Do you think he's going to go to Texas A&M? Do you think he stays at Clemson? What will it take to get him to Texas A&M? Leave whatever you want to talk about, and I'll get back in the comment section with you. Until the next video, have a blessed one. I'm out.